Welcome to the deep dive. You know how it works. You send us what you're curious about, and we pull out the key insights. It's your shortcut to getting informed without drowning in details.
Exactly.
Today, we're looking at Fieldstone Farms in Franklin, Tennessee, thanks to some great info you shared. Our mission, really get under the hood and see what makes this place special.
Right. And the material we got paints it as, more than just houses. It's presented as a genuinely uh, vibrant community. That mix of quite suburbia, but with modern stuff close by.
Totally. We've got a good mix of info, the general vibe, the amenities, what's happening event-wise for spring-summer 2025, and a look at the real estate market from Jan to March this year.
And we've got some perspective on those market trends too, right? From Marc, who's a national real estate coach, but also works right there in Franklin.
Exactly. So yeah, let's dive in. What was the first thing that jumped out at you about Fieldstone Farms from this stuff?
Well, a community feeling, that really seems central. It emphasizes this uh, welcoming, friendly atmosphere. And that phrase, neighbors become friends, it keeps popping up. Suggests it's kind of intentional.
It really does. And there was that specific comment, I think, from 225 Cavalcade Circle.
Yeah.
Someone saying they cannot say enough about how much they have loved living here and how nice the amenities and neighbors are.
Yeah.
That kind of personal feedback, it hits different, doesn't it? It's one thing for marketing to say it, another for a resident.
Yeah.
What do you think actually builds that feeling?
Well, it seems like it might be actively fostered, not just random luck. The material mentions this blend of like Southern hospitality, but also a more active, maybe modern lifestyle. That combo being welcoming, but also having things to do together, that probably creates those bonds.
That makes sense. Not just waving hello, but actually connecting over shared stuff.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it appeals broadly. Families, professionals, maybe retirees too. You can picture it, right? People actually stopping to chat on walks.
Yeah, that's the kind of atmosphere a lot of people are looking for these days.
Why do you think that community piece is so crucial for people now?
Oh, it's huge. A strong community gives you that sense of belonging, support. It's not just the bricks and mortar, it's the social environment. It affects your well-being.
Absolutely. And speaking of environment, let's talk amenities. Seems like another key part of fostering community there. They have 2 swimming pools, not just one.
Too, yeah. Which is interesting. Maybe one's more for families, kids splashing around, and the other for like lap swimming, fitness.
Good point. Shows they're thinking about different residents.
Exactly. Catering to a wider range.
And then there's tennis, pickleball courts, big right now, pickleball, plus a state-of-the-art fitness center. That's a nice perk, saves a gym membership.
Right. It definitely encourages that active lifestyle they talk about right there in the neighborhood. It suggests they value well-being, physical activity, social stuff through these shared spaces.
And it's not just adults. Playgrounds, dog parks. That's a big deal for families and pet owners. Really adds to the quality of life.
For sure.
And the clubhouse sounds like the social hub for events. How key is a space like that?
A clubhouse is often the heart. A dedicated spot for organized things, meetings, but also just casual get-togethers. It facilitates both the planned stuff and the spontaneous chats.
But those walking trails, they really seem to highlight those. Scenic routes, good for exercise, walking the dog, just getting outside.
Yeah.
That listing, 156 Clarendon Circle, it specifically said short, stroll to the pool, hiking trails, and fitness center.
Yeah, the direct access is a huge draw. People really value green space, trails. It's good for physical health, mental health, just connecting with nature a bit. The fact they mention it in listings shows how important it is.
And it's not just in the neighborhood. The convenience outside sounds great, too. Walking distance to Walgreens, Publix, and only like 5 minutes drive to downtown Franklin. That's a sweet spot.
Definitely. You get that quiet neighborhood feel, but you're not isolated. Essentials, culture, restaurants, they're all easy to get to. That boosts quality of life and probably property values, too.
Okay, let's switch to the social scene, the events. Sounds like Fieldstone Farms keeps things lively, which must feed that community vibe.
Yeah.
We didn't get specifics for Jan-March 2025.
No, but it mentioned a reputation for seasonal stuff. You can imagine holiday parties, maybe winter fitness things.
Right. That expectation of regular events keeps people engaged, feeling connected.
Exactly. Reinforces that active community idea.
But we did get details for family festival vendors, music, games, probably near the clubhouse. Sounds like fun for families.
Yeah, big events like that are great for bringing everyone together, all ages, good for socializing, maybe supporting local vendors too. Builds that culture.
Then May, when it warms up the pool kickoff, splash party, food trucks, poolside fun, something to look forward to.
Definitely. Marks the start of summer, gets neighbors mingling around a key amenity, creates a shared experience.
And in June, often a summer concert series. Local bands, picnics. Sounds lovely. Relaxed, casual way to connect on a summer evening.
Right. Using those outdoor spaces, it builds traditions. These recurring events become part of the neighborhood's identity.
It really underlines how these events, big and small, build those bonds. It's not just living near people, it's doing things with them.
Precisely. It creates a rhythm, shared memories, strengthens those ties.
Okay, let's shift gears. The real estate market. Jan to March 2025. This is where Mark's insights come in the national coach/local expert. Why is that dual view helpful?
Well, he can see the Fieldstone Farm specifics, but also understands the bigger picture, the national trends. That context is valuable. His coaching background gives him broad market knowledge. His local work gives him the ground-level specifics for Franklin.
Makes sense. So under contract showing, 6 listings. Price range 625K up to just over $1 million. Average list price around 795K. Average size about 2,700 square feet. Price per square foot average $297, ranging from 3-bed, 2-bath up to 4-bed, 3.5-bath. But here's the kicker. Average days on market, just 13 days. Some sold in 0 days. What does that tell you?
Wow, 13 days average. That screams high demand. Properties are getting snapped up fast. 0 days means offers are likely coming in immediately, maybe even before it officially hits the wider market. Very competitive for buyers. You got to be ready to move.
Totally. They gave examples. Home 23 Glastonbury Drive at 625K, one level modern upgrades, probably hit a specific niche, and then a bigger one over $1 million, showing there's interest across different price points.
Right. It shows the appeal isn't limited to one type of house or buyer. That quick movement across the board is significant.
Now the closed sales, 10 of those. Price range $529,900 up to $1.6 million.
Wow, quite a range.
Yeah. Average sales price $817,570. Size similar, average 2,700 square feet, but the price per square foot was higher here, $325 average.
Okay, so closed sales fetching a bit more per foot than the ones currently under contract or listed for.
Interesting. And the sales price to list price ratio, an impressive 98.68% average. And get this, 306 Rothwell Place sold for $1.6 million, which was actually above its list price of $1,599,000. What does that near 99% ratio mean in simple terms?
It means homes are selling, on average, for almost exactly what sellers are asking. Very little negotiation room, generally. And selling above asking, like Rothwell Place. That points to multiple offers, strong competition driving the price up, reinforces that market strength.
And average days on market for closed sales was 24 days. The contract to close period averaged another 30 days, so still pretty quick overall. What happens in that 30-day contract to close window?
That's all the back-end stuff. Inspections, appraisal, making sure the bank agrees the house is worth the price, finalizing the loan, title work, all the legal paperwork. 30 days is pretty efficient for all that. Suggests things are running smoothly transaction-wise.
They did examples here too. 225 Cavalcade Circle, fully renovated, sold for $760K, listed just under $750K. That's the place with the happy homeowner quote.
Ah, connects back. Nice.
Then the luxury one, 306 Rothwell Place in the Reserve at Spencer Creek, hitting that $1.6 million mark. And a smaller cottage, 7036 Pembroke Drive, sold for $539,900, move-in ready, fenced yard. Really shows the variety again.
It really does. From cottages to luxury estates, all moving within that active market, caters to different stages of life, different budgets.
And Mark's takeaway. He stressed the consistency. Homes selling near or above asking, broad appeal across styles. He called Fieldstone Farms a goldmine for buyers and sellers alike. Said the amenities and location drive value, and with the right strategy, you can maximize your investment here. What's the right strategy likely mean?
Right strategy. For sellers, probably pricing it correctly right out of the gate, staging, highlighting those community perks. For buyers, being pre-approved for your loan is crucial. Being ready to act fast, maybe having a good local agent who knows the neighborhood, like Marc perhaps. Someone who can help you navigate that competitive environment.
Definitely sounds like expert advice would be key there. Someone really plugged into the Franklin market. Again, for anyone curious, Mark's number is 512-587-1404. Could be worth a call if you're serious about that area.
Absolutely. In a fast market like that, local knowledge and strategic advice can make all the difference, whether you're buying or selling.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. The local culture of Franklin itself, beyond just Fieldstone Farms, it's described as having this blend of rich history but also forward-thinking growth. How does that kind of mix usually appeal?
Oh, that duality is really attractive to many. You get the charm, the character, the sense of history, but also modern amenities, job opportunities, a dynamic feel. It's not stuck in the past, but it hasn't lost its soul either. Offers a balanced lifestyle.
And Fieldstone Farms seems to mirror that, right? Traditional style homes, but often with modern updates inside. Plus, those Williamson County schools, Hunters Bend Elementary, Grassland Middle, Franklin High, top rated. That's huge for families.
Always a massive factor. Good schools don't just impact education, they impact property values, long-term desirability. It's a major draw for that demographic.
And then having downtown Franklin nearby, Main Street Festival, Pilgrimage Music Festival, all that culture just a short drive away. Big plus.
Definitely. Access to entertainment, dining, cultural events adds another layer to the lifestyle. It means you're not just confined to your neighborhood for things to do.
And within Fieldstone Farms itself, those smaller traditions, barbecues, book clubs, pickleball games, it all comes back to that neighborly connection.
Yeah, those grassroots activities are vital. They foster deeper friendships, create that supportive network. It's where community really happens day to day.
So putting it together, the culture seems like this nice blend, Southern charm, strong community, but also modern and active, both in the neighborhood and the wider town.
Exactly. It's the whole package, the place, the people, the lifestyle.
So what really makes Fieldstone Farms stand out then? It feels like more than just houses.
I think it's that combination. The quality amenities, that genuine community vibe they seem to cultivate, and the strong, stable real estate market.
Yeah.
It's offering a compelling package deal.
Yeah, the key draws seem to be great amenities, welcoming atmosphere, strong market. And that Marc quote sums it up. Fieldstone Farms offers the best of both worlds, community and opportunity. It's where people plant roots and see their dreams grow.
That really captures it. The social side, the personal benefits, and the investment potential.
So for you listening, if this sounds like your kind of place, the info suggests now's an interesting time to look closer. Those spring summer events are coming up. The market's clearly active.
For sure.
And again, if you want to dig deeper into Frankly real estate or Fieldstone Farms specifically, getting guidance from a local expert like Marc 512-587-1424 could be really smart.
Yeah, given the market speed and the community events, seeing it firsthand and getting expert advice seems like a logical next step for anyone seriously considering it. Someone like Marc could definitely give you an edge.
Absolutely. Well, wrapping up our deep dive, Fieldstone Farms looks like a place that really delivers on being more than just a subdivision. Welcoming vibe, great amenities, active events, strong real estate, backed by data and expert insight.
And for anyone looking closer at Franklin or wanting to understand those local trends, the info today is a good starting point. And remember, resources like a knowledgeable local realtor market, 512-587-1404, for instance, can be incredibly valuable.
Yeah, exploring further, maybe attending an event, talking to an expert, that seems like the way to see if it really fits you.
Which leads to a final thought. What makes a place truly feel like home to you? Is it the pools and trails, that sense of community, the investment security? Or is it, like Fieldstone Farms seems to suggest, some unique blend of all three? What combination really resonates when you picture your ideal place?